Welcome back to another Sword Art Alicization review. I got it. I think I did it, baby. Episode 7. I'm Justin.
What is up? I'm Logan.
And together we're Cal Shock. As always, we are anime viewers only, no source material, and we're going to discuss the episode and give our scores at the end. You ready?
Of course.
So we're back in Alice Land, which is, much better to me. It's like real world stuff's happening, whatever. Okay, we're in Alice Land. And Kirito's been here for 2 years now.
Right.
We dealt with one day of real world, so
We
he's
got a little-
flying by.
Got a little time skip.
Yeah, it's gonna be messed up when he comes out. He's gonna be in there for like 60 years. Okay,
Yeah, like a whole lifetime.
he's gonna come out. He's like, he's actually living those 2 years.
Right.
And it's like, whoa. So yeah, they're at the Swordcraft Academy where they're honing their skills with the sword. Kirito is we meet Lena, who's Kirito's mentor,
Right.
the knight to his squire, page, either word you want to use. And I guess Yu-Gi-Oh has a different Golgoroso, but we don't really see much of him at all
Right.
because we're focusing on Kirito mostly this episode. But Lena is the second seat, so she's, the second strongest, I guess, knight, but she's still has some graduation ceremony thing too, so I guess they're not fully complete with their training either.
Right. This episode was like, I guess, all about the. I actually don't know.
Mostly about the Swordcraft Academy, I guess, the
Right.
Swordcraft, and we learned a little bit about the system. There's really only 3 things Kirito can really see is like the control, health, and whatever the other one was.
This, like system authority.
Oh yeah,
Item.
magic
Yeah,
item.
the magic. That's what it is.
And we also learned that having ego and confidence can boost your skill.
That
So-
I'm gonna just say right now, I do not like at all because that just sounds like an
Oh,
ass.
I want to
pull.
be strong. Now I'm strong.
Right. But like if he has that knowledge, then he can just, abuse that any time, right?
I would say so.
If he
because
knows that if
he's
I'm
obviously holding himself back because he's being like modest with her, and he's like, "Oh, I'm only okay with the sword." But it's like, and she's even like, "I can sense some latent ability in you." It's like he's like,
Right.
he's like, no,
that's
not."
100% gonna come out later. You just need your ego or confidence to, like be stronger. Like I just don't like that. I mean, understanding like having ego and confidence helps you perform like actual things, but the way they like said it was like, oh, you'll get a power boost if you just be confident. It's like,
believe it.
Right,
It's like,
it's like-
oh right, I'm powerful now.
that's not a very good rule to establish, because like how do you measure like, but I'm more confident?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. It's not very. It's very. I don't like it. I'll just say that I don't like it, and I feel like it's gonna be used, and people are gonna be like, "Well, it was established that if you," it's like, no, the rule is dumb. I'm gonna say that now before I say the action that uses the rule is dumb, because I'll call that dumb too. But this rule is dumb.
I agree. But yeah, he's like, you know what? When Lena kind of is like, oh hey, I know you got more power than what you're showing. He's like, I'll show you the rest of my skills like tomorrow. It's like, oh, we'll see it in the duel.
Right.
Even though they have some weird rule where training on rest day is forbidden.
This.
Doesn't look like there's much punishment for it, but
Right.
I don't know why it's forbidden. Why that's a thing? Like, oh, you want to get better and train every day? No, you're not allowed to get better on these days.
It's your calling, man. The calling's to rest on rest days.
And of course, every academy has its pricks.
Yeah. Yep. It's just
Even
very,
in this hardcore set of rules where it's like, be nice or otherwise.
right. It's just
Yes.
very common. Of course, there's gonna be like some bullies pick on Kirito and his gardening.
I was expecting to do something this episode, but they didn't. They were just,
Right.
you know, in the stands waiting later. Why do I... Oh, okay, I remember. I wrote in my notes. Yu-Gi-Oh scared little Kirito will leave him. I was like, now I remember. It's like the garden scene where
Yeah.
it's like,
He's like, if you get your memories, please don't leave. It's like, all right. He's going to leave to the real world eventually. Not that you know that,
yeah.
but I know that.
But the goal is to have them in the real world.
True.
So maybe Yu-Gi-Oh will be brought with him,
Most
along with
likely.
Alice, and they could all be friends in the real world.
Yeah, sure. Just another, you know, male character to sideline after we're done with him.
Rest in peace, Clyde. But the other big thing was like they used the tree they cut down to craft a metal sword.
Yeah.
You know, I'll just let that one slide. I would understand if it was used for the hilt,
I just want to say,
but it seems like the tree branch became a metal sword, not a wooden sword. Why you would want a sword, I don't know. If it was used just for the hilt, I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But it looks like it was used for the whole sword.
I just want to say this blacksmith is a awful businessman. He said, you can have it if you can swing it. Well, why do you think he's here, bud? Why do you think he asked for the sword? What other reason does he want the sword?
It's like, no, I want it to not use it.
As a decoration, place on my fireplace to look at? Come on, dude. You gotta charge him something. But yeah, Kirito gets a sword for free.
Yeah, he gets it. And he was like, you know what? Gotta test my sword. And he gets seen by the first seat. This is our first seeing him. He's kind of a cocky dude. You know, he got a little... It was his fault. Mud got on his damn shirt because he walked up to Kirito while he could have waited before walking up and, you know, confronting him, or, you know, called him out instead of just sitting there creepily watching him and be like, oh, hey, no training on rest day.
Right.
It's like, I'm not training. I'm testing my new sword. He's like, I have also tested my new sword many times. It's like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. The point is, you want a duel. Let's just get there.
Right. Okay.
Quit trying to pretend to be like some nice first seat guy.
I'm going to say this right now. If Kirito wins this fight, it's bullshit. And I will be... Because then it would feel like, oh, we established these strong-ass characters in a time skip episode just to show how strong Kirito is. That will come across as bullshit. So I'm going to say it right now. And if they use that dumb confidence rule in it, I'm going to hate the episode. I'm just putting that out there right now. Because that is going to just... I don't like putting
I think
out...
what it's going to be is, all his skills from the previous games and his levels are going to help him out. Because it seems like he's been hiding it. Like, he got nervous when the Lena kind of like called him out for hiding his ability. So he's obviously been hiding it. So he's just going to use his experience of previous games to beat down this first seed guy. And they're doing a duel to where they have to hit, not just some stop short.
Yeah.
So someone's losing an arm, and it's going to be the first seed.
It's just going to not feel genuine if he wins, to me. If you just literally took a time-skipped episode to establish two powerful characters and then have them beat the next episode over some mud on a shirt, that's just...
I think what's going to happen is he is going to win, and then it's like, it's just another one of those things where it's set up to like, can anybody even challenge Kirito in this world? And it's like, why not just go straight to Alice or something? And it's like...
Stop wasting our time. If he's that strong and he knows he's that strong, like if he's hiding it, just go to Alice, dude. Why are you wasting time? Don't waste the audience time with this. You know what's going to be really dumb? He's going to beat this first seat guy, and then the bullies are going to somehow think they have a chance, and then we'll waste an episode on that.
You're right. I forgot I even mentioned how the bullies were sidelined. That is a very thing to do in some stuff. That's a thing to do in like Chinese manhwa. They do it all the time where like this guy's like super strong and all the bullies keep bullying him and like trying to come and they just all die and they just keep, and then another set of bullies will be like,
Right. It's
oh,
like,
it was a fluke. And then they'll
yeah.
come and it's in like all Chinese manhwa. So, so it's
They
like,
better not use. They better not use that line. Like if he beats the first seat and the boys go, "Oh, you got lucky. I'm just gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it." But
yeah, that's mostly the episode. We're set up for the big duel that will last 2 minutes tops. The next episode, they'll do some really cool flashy animation thing, which will always look good. It's one thing they have going for them. Their combat scenes are really good, or like this is cool, flashy. But
right.
yeah, I mean, and if he loses, he'll lose on purpose. I think that's what we get. We either he wins or he loses on purpose. I don't think he's gonna come out and be like, "Oh, that guy's really strong."
Yeah, to me, at worst, he loses barely, or something happens. You know, maybe some unexpected thing, like his sword randomly gets heavy or some. It's gonna be phrased as a way to where it feels like not a. If he does loses, not a real loss, and I just stuff like that doesn't really sit well with me, especially in a world where Kirito was already, like, he's literally good at I guess every single thing he does, but like if that's the case, why waste our time with this? Like, is this really just to establish Kirito strong as shit? Probably, but
Or is it to establish, oh, the first seat's strong, therefore all those
see, that would
knights
make sense if like
are strong.
he fought the first seat and got smashed, and then it's like, oh, now he has a goal to work towards. He's not strong. He has to at least get to this guy's level to do anything. But
And then those integrity knights are like, woo, man.
right, like those things will definitely crush you. Well, I'll say a lot of my view of this anime will probably ride on next episode. Just because,
Yeah, I think that's an accurate statement.
like,
We'll
if
set
they
up
legit,
episode 8. We'll set up the next like 60 episodes or however many we get out of these 4 cores. So,
right? I already said now. I already said if he wins, and it's by that rule they established, I am not. That's gonna definitely, I will say, ruin it for me.
yeah, because like I just wondering how it goes. Because like even in the episode, he's like, "Oh, I haven't got a hit on Lena, who's the second seed, and she can't even hit the first seed or whatever." But we already know he's like holding back with her. So
Right.
it's like, and he's got a better sword now, one
Right.
that he can
But,
actually
like,
use his combos with. So it's like,
things like that just
I think it is him. I think he's gonna just solve the
things like that feel like made up like things to make it okay. You know, like, oh, like if I were to bring up like, oh, he never even got a hit on Lena, who's second. How could he get a hit on the first seat? And then someone will go like, well, he was holding back. It's like, well, yeah, they just made that up just to, make this okay. That's what makes it bothersome. That's if they do it. We'll see. I mean, they could, have Kirito just get his ass kicked, which would be nice to see once. So he has, something to work towards. But we'll see. I will say that.
Yeah, we'll see.
But if something happens, like
and also, like, why would he kind of like hold back? I feel like not holding back would get him to where he needs to go quicker. If he came in and he's like, holy shit, he's already stronger than the second seat. Like,
right.
Maybe we should get this guy to be an integrity knight. And then all of a sudden, he's working at the tower Alice is at, and he grabs her and we're done.
Yeah, but that would make the season 12 episodes and not 50. So.
True. And then he wakes up and they're like, "Oh no, our technology isn't complete. Go back in there, Kirito." And it's like,
all right, we are going off on a tangent.
We're going on, whatever. Let's just jump into scores.
I will.
I think it's kind of tied to whatever happens next episode, right?
Right.
So it's like,
here, I've never gave this score. That's all I was gonna say. I'm gonna give you a range. If he like wins, like easily, against the first seat, it will drop this to like a 2. Like, seriously, because this would just feel like an episode, oh, we just, hurry up and time skipped, put out a couple strong characters, and Kirito beat him. The end. It's like, okay, that was really poorly written if that's how they're going to do it. But if the fight is handled well, I'd say, this episode still wasn't a ton of substance. So I'd say, like, 6 if it was handled well. Because, like, it kind of, like I said, we just established some strong characters. He got a new sword. There's bullies, I guess.
He has a garden.
He likes to garden. Not a ton happened this episode, in my opinion. So I'd say the highest it could get is a 6, and the lowest it can get is a 2. Depending on next episode.
Yeah, so after next episode we'll give it a definitive score.
Yes.
For sure. And then maybe I'll post it in comments at that time too, so that way people see that we've updated.
I'll probably bring it up.
But yeah, I think I'd go as low as a 4, as high as a 6.5, maybe. Unless something spectacular happens next episode where I think back on this episode, I'm like, oh.
I think the thing that's gonna hold this
isn't just scared his little friends.
I think the thing that will hold this episode back the most is that rule of be confident, become strong. That I feel like will be misused, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like it's gonna be misused.
Yeah, we'll find out next week. So.
Woo! All right,
floating scores. Interesting.
First time in Couch Talk history. All right, let's spiel time. I'll stop.
Like, you've told us nothing with your review. As always, though, if you want to boost our confidence and yours, be sure to hit that like, subscribe, notification bell to be notified every time we upload. Comment down below, let us know what you thought of the episode, what you didn't like, you score, anything like that. Again, no spoilers, confirmed denying theories, because we are anime viewers only. And until next time, peace out.
See ya.